human who will be doing the pick a card reading. So this is my first official video for pick a card. So I've already picked the 3 decks as you've seen, and we're going to be doing the first deck. So the first card is Melody. And so this is the situation card. So the situation with this card is there's a lot of routine and melody within the body and your movements in the space that you're in. And there's this like comfortableness in knowing that you have this this routine that's sort of stabilizing you right now. And as you can see on the card, this is a Kundalini yoga, or it's in other types of yoga as well, but the cat-cow, so this posture or this exercise allows the spine to be flexible. So there's this essence of routine, but also being flexible in your routine and not feeling bad if you're not like really strict. So that's sort of the situation energy right now. And then the next one is what you're doing. So this is the intention card, and the idea of this card is that you are very powerful with your intention. You're using your voice to set intention. And another piece on this card is you're coming into that sense of empowerment and feeling powerful with your intentions and seeing them come through, be executed, and being able to manifest based on those intentions. So that's where you are right now. And then the challenge. So this is the validation card, and this pose is the yogi push-up. So what this does, it opens up your work field, it makes your arms strong, and there's a lot of breath involved into it, so it gets you out of this space of needing to lean on other people in order to make decisions or move forward. So this challenge card is the essence of this card is this feeling of wanting to be validated by external things, but knowing that you have the power within. So sort of shifting back and forth of like, I need people, I don't need people. So that's sort of the energy. And this is a yoga pose that you can do, I don't know if you can see it there, to make you feel more powerful. All right. And then the outcome is a new beginning. So you can see that it's a hand in hand. So it's a larger hand holding a smaller hand. And every time we start a new beginning of sorts, there's something, whether it's a person that gives you something or the universe gives you something, you're receiving the new beginning. It's being gifted to you through some sort of angle coming in. And the essence of that like light that's inside of the hand, that's the gift. And it's like allowing things to sit in the hand and be received. So this energy of just receive this new beginning and don't close the hand, allow it to be open and allow the gifts to come in. The next deck, so this is going to be deck number 2. So the first card is entering and removing, and this is the situation card. So entering and removing, and obviously you can tell that it's lungs. So the situation is there's a lot of breath coming in, and you're getting used to breathing in the world differently and giving back differently. And when we start to learn to breathe as a child, it's like and we're like, okay, this is the thing I'm supposed to do, I'm alive now. And that's sort of the energy where it's like, okay, I can operate in this new way, I can breathe in this way, I can live in this way. And that's the energy of the situation right now. The next card is what you're doing. So this is dissolve. If you can see this little man right here. So the dissolve card, so there's a poetry book that goes with this deck, and the poem talks about how we have to be prepared for like the dissolving of the life that we made to make space for something new. But it's in that that beginning portion where it starts to fall away, but we're not ready for it to fully disappear from our lives. And you can see in the imagery that this guy is holding a like a flame, so that's where his power is coming from, but then he also has like a light in his other hand. So it's like this burning flame that makes sense, and that's allowing him to see through the darkness, but he's still holding on to that little piece of light that's still growing, that's different than the flame that's sort of taking over the space. And there's this idea of being prepared for when things are going to fall away. So right now, that energy of what you're doing is like you're preparing, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, for the next stage of your life. All right, the challenge. The challenge is the cling. So you can tell this is a woman, and there's an emphasis on her belly, and there's one little alien hand going up like this. So this, again, the poem that goes with this card talks about like a sticky clinging to an idea, sticky clinging to a person, sticky clinging to a situation, and it's unhealthy. And there's how this is one hand, and the woman is looking up, and it's like a contemplative energy of, do I really need this? Do I really need to like stick to this anymore? And you're so used to being glued to that thing, but now you're noticing like, ew, this is kind of gross. I don't really want this. And also this woman is naked, in that an emphasis. One day I'll be able to say that word properly. All right, so there's an emphasis on her belly, and there's like this idea of a child, or an idea, or a project, or something that you're trying to birth, but this clinging energy to something isn't allowing that to fully come through because there's fear, and you're leaning and you're clinging on this thing because it's a sense of safety, but it's not, it doesn't feel safe anymore. So you're in this in between of letting go, but there's still this gooey stuff, and you're trying to figure it out. So that's the challenge. And then the outcome is tone. So again, this is a Kundalini yoga posture. So this is rock pose, and you do breath of fire. So a short inhale and a short exhale with the arms in this placement, and you're sitting on your heels. And the essence of this card is you're toning the body, and because you're doing that breath of fire, it's toning the solar plexus and the physical muscles that are holding that solar plexus of the abdomen. So you're becoming more powerful in this outcome reading. And also tone is also your voice. So you're toning how you speak, you're toning your existence and how you're being perceived and the way that you speak. So that's the outcome. So the first card, so the situation, is again and again. And this is a frog pose. If you're not familiar with Kundalini Yoga, and you do this movement over and over and over again, and it'll make your legs really strong. The essence of this card is this ability to create rhythm even when it's difficult, and being able to do that thing that you don't want to do over and over and over again in order to master it. So there's this sense of you're having to push through, and you keep hitting like this wall, but you're hoping that if you continue to do this thing, you'll get through it. So that's the essence of the situation. So what you're doing, so this is the Destiny card. And the essence of the Destiny card is that it doesn't matter what you perceive is happening. It doesn't matter if you think you're off or you're on or whatever. You're sitting in your destiny right now. Everything that you're doing, everything that you're thinking about, all those reflective thoughts and those peaks of emotions and lower emotions, it's bringing you closer to your destiny, and you're trying to figure out where you fit inside your own destiny. So you have this vision of how things are supposed to be, but it's not what you think it's gonna be. And so there's this energy of being surprised, and trying to accept that new sense of who you are and who you're becoming. So that's what you're doing. The challenge is liberate internally. So the essence of this card for the challenge is, because we are sort of being incubated right now, it's learning how to sift through your own personality and your own way of being and your own habits, so that you can liberate yourself regardless of the external space. And it's well, what does liberate even mean? What does that mean to me? And the feeling that I get is understanding what freedom feels like when you're contained, and can you shift your perspective or create home and peace and calmness within confinement, but not like a cage confinement, more of a womb confinement. So it's coming back into that space of being like a child, and you're growing in the womb, and being liberated when you realize that you were alive. So that's the challenge, because it's, how do I feel freedom when I can't do the things that I did? So it's finding those new things and those a new energy and freedom in the spaces that you're in. The next one is the outcome. So a love mix. So that is the outcome. So the essence of this card, and you can see that there's multiple layers. So there's a little babe, of course, but you can see the brain and the spinal cord. And the reason why I wanted to make an I wanted to show the detail of the brain and the spinal cord is because we are multi-complex beings with multiple layers. And the words of a love mix is you have like the energy of having two things that seem to be opposite, but then you're bringing them together to create a baby, or creating that project, or creating that idea. But then it's not just like you made the thing, you also start to become aware of the different layers of that thing and how it actually moves and works together. Because when we are creating things, sometimes it just comes in and it's there, and we don't spend the time to understand each part of that project or that thing. So because of the space that we're in, the outcome is like where we are is allowing the outcome to be more precise and more specific, because you can see those layers, because you have the time to look at the different layers of that thing, and in that knowing of the layers, you're going to become more intelligent and be able to transfer that knowledge into other parts of your life. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this reading of Pick a Card. This is my first one ever, so obviously I'm going to be using my deck because it's beautiful. I'll probably use my other deck. I think it's a Shaman Oracle, which I really love as well. So this is the first one, so I'm going to do pick cards, and then I probably will expand and do like clarification things, and then eventually I'll move into doing specific to different signs. So I'm a Virgo, so maybe I'm going to focus on Virgos first, and then feel energies of Aries, feel energies of Leos, and sort of work my way around. So yes, thank you for watching this video. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.